Chapter 32. The Dark. Jake woke to the sound of someone moaning down the hall. At first, he thought it was his mother talking in her sleep, until the bathroom light blinked out, and the world went black. He blinked. The air felt heavy, too cold to be real, too solid to be a dream. Then the floor fell away beneath him. He was floating, high above Rancho, watching as the electric lights of the city winked out one by one. Every house, every street swallowed by an ocean of darkness. The kind that devoured sound, the kind that remembered him. All at once, he knew what it was. Ghent. Jake didn't want to find him, didn't want to think his name, but his mind reached out anyway. Something in him, that cursed thread between them, pulled taut. His vision cut through miles in a heartbeat, skipping over rooftops and rivers until it stopped above a blue-gray apartment complex on a mountain's edge. Ghent was there. Jake felt him like a migraine behind his eyes. "Hello, Jacob." The voice crawled through his mind, slow and pleased. "I hope you're ready for a show." Jake's pulse stuttered. He searched the shadows, but the detective wasn't visible. He was the darkness. A shape inside a shape. A grin waiting to happen. Jake's vision drifted towards a familiar building, an apartment he'd been watching almost constantly for more than a day. His heart nearly stopped. He recognized the layout, the color, the curtains. No, please, no. Inside, 3 people froze in fear. A plant mage, an earth mage, and the ethereal girl, Hank, Adam, and Liz. Jake screamed into the void. "Run! Run, please!" His voice cracked in the real world, echoing off the bedroom walls. He bolted upright, drenched in sweat. "Run!" Ghent's laughter slithered through the dark. "Too late for that, little mages." The temperature dropped like the plummet of a stone into a bottomless canyon. Jake watched from his mind's eye as the frost bled over the apartment windows. Hank and Adam stood shoulder to shoulder facing the door. Hank glanced back at Liz, fear carved deep into his face. "Run," Hank whispered. Liz's gaze flickered to the balcony. 2nd floor, no escape. Then she saw it, that smile, pressing against the glass of the sliding door. Ghent slammed into the apartment. The whole unit shuddered, walls and floors shaking from the blow. The deepest sound boomed from the front door. Jake clutched his hair, his own breath ragged. "Please, run, please!" Another crash. Wood cracked. The door frame splintered. Adam moved first. He grabbed a red lamp from the end table, his attunement flaring as the silica twisted and hardened around his arm, reshaping it into a jagged gauntlet that reached his elbow. Hank followed, breath steaming as a nearby snake plant shot upward in a burst of green, and then the door exploded inward. Ghent stepped through, but he wasn't a man anymore. He was a shadow draped over flesh, a grin floating in the black. His eyes gleamed like wet metal in the half-light. The snake plant froze mid-growth, barely double its size, the green crystallizing into a white frost. Adam staggered back into the wall. Hank grabbed his shoulders, both trembling, both hopeless, small. Liz couldn't move at all. Terror had her rooted to the spot. Jake's tears blurred his vision. His voice broke into a whisper. "Run, please, just run!" Ghent floated forward, feet never touching the ground. The air thickened, ink-black tendrils spilling across the floor and walls like oil in space. Adam yelled and lunged, but he barely took a step before the shadows reached him. They coiled around his body, twisting, shredding, peeling him out of existence. The sound was wet, wrong, flesh and soul being unmade. Ghent shuddered with pleasure, his eyes rolling back, mouth split too wide to be human. Adam didn't even have time to scream. Jake's body convulsed. He fell to his knees, sobbing in the dark. "Stop! Please stop! Please don't let this be happening!" Then warm hands were on him, his mother's voice cutting through the terror. "Oh, baby, what's wrong? It's just a dream, sweetheart. It's just a dream." She brushed his hair from his face as he shook, unable to answer, unable to believe her, because it wasn't a dream. The darkness wouldn't vanish. It just waited, smiling and brimming with malice.